Well, hi everybody, Paul Neuberger coming at you here. As you know, I'm the president of the Starr Group, but I'm coming to you today in my role as chairman of the 2019 American Heart Association Heart Walk. And you've been seeing in these videos over the past couple months, we got a lot of stuff cooking. We've got an all-time record goal of $1.75 million. We are trending very favorably in terms of donors, in terms of volunteers, lots of good stuff going on. But it's one of those things I cannot do by myself. As much as I'd like to tell you that I can, I need some pretty talented people to do this. And I think, if I may toot my own horn, I've assembled the most talented group of individuals in the history of assemblage. And I want to introduce you to a few of these folks over the ensuing weeks. Well, one of the things that I'm very excited about is I want to introduce you to my favorite member of the American Heart Association Executive Committee. But seeing as how his interview is in a couple weeks from now, we're stuck with Jim Kohlhardt. So I'm blessed to be joined by Jim Kohlhardt. How are you, sir?
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. I know I'm not your favorite. I'm okay with that.
You're going to be cracking the top 10 hopefully in a couple weeks.
Well, I thought if I do this, huge production, that might help.
Yeah, this is a pretty sweet place. So normally what's a real nice treat is we've been doing these things by handheld phone, and now we have the owner of Saturn Lounge here to kind of show us around. So what's going on here, Jim?
We, on any given day, video, photo, other cool marketing, creative stuff. The more, the merrier. And a lot of people here today for a cool shoot.
Yeah. Well, I've been very fortunate to get to know Jim. Jim's company over at Saturn Lounge actually does our website, soon-to-be website in development at the Starr Group. And yeah, you guys have quite a reputation out there in the marketplace.
Well, I
for sure.
appreciate that very much. We're excited. And I've been watching all these really cool videos that you've been doing on iPhones and Androids, and I thought, let's actually use some real professional gear and people to produce this message.
Why don't we raise it up a little bit? Well, one thing is we're walking over here. One thing that I just wanted to call people's attention to as well is if this guy looks somewhat familiar, he goes by the name Rockstar. Rockstar. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this Rockstar status and where that came from?
I don't go by that name.
Well, people call you Rockstar. I've heard it out there.
A little bit online because they see me on TV, during Bucks games, sitting center court, first row, talking to the players, talking to the coaches, talking to the refs, and I guess because I choose to wear my hair a little longer, that's
where it comes from, right?
Yeah.
So when you think
I did not make that up.
No, well, yeah, sure you didn't, Jim. But it's funny when you think of Rockstar, you look at him, he looks like he's straight out of Nickelback or something like that. But that's actually, he sits right behind the scores table at Milwaukee Bucks games, so he's kind of a local celebrity. But I'll tell you what, though, Jim, you are a celebrity in my mind, my friend. Jim is one of the people that I am blessed to be working alongside on the American Heart Association Executive Committee. We've been at this for a couple of months now. Why don't you tell the viewers, they've heard this about 1,000 times, but what's our fundraising goal for this year?
Our fundraising goal is $1.75 million.
$1 million. Gosh, that's a heavy lift. It hurts my back just thinking about it.
It's a big number.
But we've got some very talented people, none more so than Jim Kohlhardt. So Jim, one of the things that I'd really appreciate you doing is kind of telling everybody why you've decided to do this. Obviously, you run an incredibly successful business. You're one of the busiest people that I've met. So why do you take time out of your day to join us in curing heart disease and stroke forever?
Well, it's affected me personally and my family like it has, I'm sure, everyone watching the video. I was 28 years old and heard a crash in the bedroom, ran in, and my dad was laying there, massive heart attack, could do nothing to bring him back. And here I am, 28 years old, and have no father. So, and that's a story that almost everyone that's watching the video has something similar that's happened to them with heart disease, heart attacks, and all the related diseases. So to me, this is the time to continue to raise money, raise awareness, and help eradicate this problem.
Yeah, and it's one of these things too, and as you've been meeting other members of my executive committee, as we've been talking to them and hearing their whys, it's amazing how many people have been impacted by heart disease and stroke. I've been blessed to be Jim's friend for about a year or so now, and up until the point that I became chairman, I had no idea that your family was impacted at the rate that it was. But again, it touches a lot of lives. So not only is Jim leveraging his time and talents to this cause, but Saturn Lounge is really stepping up too. What is Saturn Lounge doing for the Heart Association?
Well, we offered for the local Milwaukee chapter to really elevate the messaging, the video content, and photography for this year. That's our gift. We have so many talented creatives, videographers, editors, artists, etc. And I want the messaging coming out of the Milwaukee chapter for the Heart Walk and everything the Milwaukee chapter of the Heart Association is doing to look as good, if not better, than what's coming out of the national organization.
Well, and I need a lot of help to look good, if not better. So thank God for Saturn Lounge in that regard. But also thank you to Jim Kohlhardt. It's been a blessing to serve with you in this capacity. Not only are you contributing a lot, but you've become a good friend of mine in the process, and it's really exciting to be tackling this together.
I'm excited as well. It's going to be a fun journey.
Absolutely. So on the bottom of the screen here, what you're going to see is you're going to see our respective contact information. If you want to get involved, if you want to donate, if you want to volunteer, if you want to start a Heart Walk team, heck, if you want to take Jim and I out for coffee and tell us how great we are for doing this, I'm sure not going to pass that up. I know this knucklehead isn't either. So call us, email us, but whatever you do, please get off the sidelines and do something. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for all your time, and Jim, it's going to be a fun couple months.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paul.
All right. Thanks, everybody.